yesterday was a really good day for checking things off my bucket list. I spent the first half of the day at the Victoria and Albert Museum, and the first thing I went straight to was the fashion exhibit. Like I said before, that was something I really wanted to do. I've seen all of the books before, and one of them I think I had on permanent loan from the library one year of college. And so I finally got to see all of them in person, and I had a moment where I almost cried looking at some lace, which sounds silly, but it was just really overwhelming and wonderful. And I wish I had a magnifying lens to to look at all of the stitching, and it made me just really want to go home and sew again. I haven't done anything historical in a while, but I don't know. I really want to do something either an 1830s or a Edwardian. And then after that, I just got completely and hopelessly lost in the museum, which is a really great way to spend an afternoon. I also spent a lot of time in the jewelry exhibit and just drooling over so many shiny things. I think I'm even more blind from all of the diamonds. It's not diamonds, it's diamonds. Like my precious. Okay, anyways, but the book that I had, I apologize that the title is mirrored, but this was the one that I permanently checked out one year of college. It's 19th century fashion in detail. There's also an 18th century one, but I'm a 19th century kind of person, and so it has beautiful illustrations of all the up close things and lots of information. One moment. You know what? It's too much work to find something in particular that would take too long. Oh, there it is! I want this. I want to make this neon pink corset. It just seems so contrary to what people who don't know about the Victorian era think of underwear, because it is not white. And it's not just not white, it is like, take that, steampunks. They wore colors other than brown. A different shade of pink might actually look really good with brown, but it's so fabulous. Look, it'll look good on me. Anyway, that was one thing. The other thing that was tonight was the Bolshoi Ballet's Swan Lake at the Royal Opera House, and I think it is top 10, if not top 5 greatest things I've ever done. It's up there with going falconing and riding a seaplane over the ocean. It's like, I'm gonna remember this when I'm like a million years old and in the nursing home and I can't remember my name. I think I'm gonna remember this. But, I have visual aids too. I went and bought the big expensive program and I'm gonna hang on to it forever. The Bolshoi was here for 3 weeks, and they did a bunch of different ballets in addition to Swan Lake. George Balanchine's Jewels, Flames of Paris, Swan Lake, and La Bayadere. I just saw Swan Lake, but that was what I really wanted to see. And here it is. Here's this beautiful thing. This is what I did last night. What did you do last night? Did you drink beer and fall asleep on the couch watching TV? I'm sorry. I'm sorry you weren't here. Really. And oh, there's more. More. Just look at that. Look at that. I saw that. And the expression Like it sends chills down your spine. Literally, I was shaking when they were playing the first few opening bars. I don't know. I feel like there's nothing like being in a giant room full of Tchaikovsky. And there's just things hearing it live, that nuances that you can never get hearing a recording. So even that was incredible. And this was my first time seeing Swan Lake ever. So I don't really have much to compare it to. I mean, I've seen like recordings of it in its entirety, but not not live. So it was a magical evening, to be sure. Um, Trying to think of some so much to say, but I don't want to talk forever. I've already talked for about almost 6 minutes, so I'm gonna bore you all. Um, but the costumes were really beautiful. That's one of the things I noticed. The Prince Siegfried was so blingy. He was almost as blingy as the diamonds, and that's something that you can really never see in photographs or in videos. Is how beautiful Swarovski crystals look on stage, and those were can't pronounce it. Those were the Swarovski. I can tell. It's just the way they twinkle. Um, and it was a lot of them. The costumes resembled the um, the 1984 Bolshoi production that there's a DVD of it. It's on Netflix. I watched it a few weeks ago, and a lot of the same color schemes and things, but they were obviously completely different. The things from 1984 would neither stand up nor look good anymore. But just in the first act, a lot of autumn colors and vines on the women's skirts and things, um, and it was incredible. I really wanted to go and look at them up close with the magnifying lens, but that was the first thing I noticed because that's me. And just some other highlights were Act Two, the White Act with all of the swans. It was just enchanting. It's it doesn't translate to film at all. Just how beautiful it is to just see. Like, I think it was 24 or something women in beautiful white tutus um, out on this moonlit scene. It was really good lighting design, I thought. Um, but I don't know much about lighting design. I just know that it looked really pretty and moonlit and on all of the beautiful white costumes. Um, and so that was really beautiful. And uh, I also liked the third act with Odile because, oh my God, the way that woman played her, she was a hot bitch in charge. She was she tore it up. They did the variation differently, and it was only 29 footes, but it was I didn't care. She was sparkly too. She had like the black velvet bodice and with all of the Swarovskis around the neckline and on her tiara. And had like a big ostrich feather. It actually looked a bit like Princess Krahi from Princess Tutu. I'm sure that wasn't intentional. I don't even know if anyone in Russia knows about Princess Tutu, but it made me smile. And then there was that, and admittedly the end with the fourth act, it was underwhelming. It was just kind of it was a bad ending. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like the way they did the end, and was kind of like, okay, that's it. But but aside from that, it was really incredible, and I'm so glad I did it. And like, I don't know. the rest of the trip has a lot to live up to. But that's what I did yesterday, and I have to head out really soon. But that's all. Bye, y'all.